In this introduction, we'll focus on the process of establishing an account and navigating the site resources available through the Khan Academy. On the Khan Academy splash page, you can quickly get access to the site. For the time being, we'll begin by simply signing in. You could alternately just access the Khan Academy resources, but your progress would not be tracked. In a follow-up module, it will be demonstrated how teachers can make use of this site with their students. As I already have a Google account, I will be using the Google sign-in to start me off here. As I mentioned, teachers could go to the teacher site and begin to track their students, but for this case, we'll just do a quick overview of the resources available through the Khan Academy. So you can begin by signing in with my Google account, which if you have one, makes the process that much simpler. Once you're signed in, you get to see your progress so far. For instance, I've completed 5 math lessons out of the 448. This can also be viewed through the skill progress in the toolbar, which shows me I've done add 1, add 2, multi 1, sub 1, and multi 1 as well with 1-digit numbers. And those are just rated as proficient, review, or struggling. The toolbar kind of gives you an idea of a number of the ways that you can show how you've progressed. Achievements is being one of them. Particularly, this is the gamification of the Khan Academy, as it kind of sets competition and rewards and badges for what you have done. What we're going to do here is just look at the math curriculum, and in particular, we're going to look at the knowledge map. As you notice with the knowledge map, along with this is the rest of the curricula that can be explored through the Khan Academy. And these are all broken down into singular strands under each of the topic headings. So let's just go in here for a second to the math and into the knowledge map. Now the map itself is, I like to call it a star chart rather than a simple map that you would see in geography. And it's very simple to navigate as you kind of just pan through and back and forth through the lessons. And you can see at the top here you have 1-digit addition. If you were to zoom out a bit, each of those lessons then is brought into kind of an umbrella group of addition and subtraction, telling time, and so forth. And if you zoom in, those groupings become more identifiable by lesson. As you can see, I've already completed a few of the lessons that are available through the math curriculum. 1-digit addition, 2-digit addition, 1-digit subtraction, which I haven't completed in full, and then which would be the suggested next steps following this. This is a very linear path. It breaks up, but it's designed in a way to start you off from the very ground floor and move you up to what I would call higher education, grade 12, even post-secondary, as you speak about calculus and trigonometry and so forth. So it's a pretty in-depth map, and again, if you zoom in and out, you can see these lessons, and they're really designed to kind of guide you and follow you along in the right direction. So let's quickly go through one of the lessons. I will select number line 1, which can either be done here on the map or it can be done here on the side. I've just randomly have started this just to explore it. So you're posed with a question, where is the 8 on the number line? So obviously I would use the dot here, and I can move that with the cursor. Another way to do this would be able to get a hint, which I can click on. And what really made the Khan Academy powerful was the use of these videos. And this was part of where Khan Academy started from on YouTube. Now, if I had no idea about adding or subtracting or about number lines, I could go to this video and it bring me a little pop-up window, and it'll speak to me about addition, subtraction, and it's narrated, and really it's designed to help you understand how to answer this question. As you can see, it's just over 8 minutes in length, and it's very detailed. There'll be graphic information narrated as well. I'm just going to close that down because we don't need to watch the whole thing. The power of Khan Academy is thus demonstrated with these videos, and if I'm a beginning learner and I need to come back and replay or review material because I don't understand it, then I could continue to go through these videos. It's just not a one-time option to watch, just as it may happen in the classroom within the school. So let's try answering this here. Where is the 8 on this number line? So I'm starting at 0 and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I would check my answer and it would tell me that I'm right. And then I would go on to my next one. Eventually I finished the lesson module and are given a summary of my progress. You can notice this by the leaves. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions I had to complete. The second question, I didn't get the 3 leaves because I took so long to answer it as I was doing this tutorial. This contributes to my overall personal homepage, and it keeps track of my awards and badges and so forth. Now you'll notice when I go back to the map, you'll see that the number line 1 hasn't shown me as being proficient, and that's likely due to the fact that I took so long to answer that one question. So could go back and do it one more time, or I could go on and do one of the other activities. And this is the power of Khan Academy. You know, it's designed in essence to help students practice their math, repeat it, do it again as necessary, and build on the experiences they've had from the previous lessons. So with all that in mind, what I can do now is just go back to my home page and get an idea of what I'm doing. So see, it still says I'm still 5 of 448, and I need just to finish this number line activity. Again, I can go to see my achievements. I should have received a new achievement in that last exercise. But overall, this is the progress. This is what happens within Khan Academy, and this is what makes it very powerful. And this is what the teachers, students who are using this activity should be promoting and trying to instill with them. It's really designed to help students get a good grasp, in this case the math curriculum, and give them the option to try it at home, try it with parents, and then bring it back to class or master teacher if they need to ask, if they have any questions that was not answered within the program itself. So this has been a pretty brief introduction to the Khan Academy application. As I was spoken to, for students this is a great asset because it allows them to visually see their progress and allows them to come back and retry activities or to review activities that they had previously explored or even attempted, as well as they don't have to be just working within math. As you know, within the curricula there is a number of subject areas that you can go to and a lot of strands that follow within there, but the math one is unique because it really allows you to track progress and see progress, and that's a great asset for teachers and for parents, and particularly those who want to have students work in this flipped learning environment.